Hi there, it's Eugene Ebner with BroadwayWorld Cabaret. I'm at Shuttler Studios in the heart of New York City with cabaret performer Hannah Jane Peterson and Miss Director Extraordinaire Coco Cohn. How are we doing, ladies?
Great. We had a good rehearsal.
We just had rehearsal.
Yep.
You have a show
We do.
at Don't Tell Mama on Saturday, December 15th at 5:30 p.m.
Be there.
Yeah,
We can't wait. I just recently met you at KT Sullivan's.
Yeah.
She raves about you and your voice, and I actually got to hear you that night at the piano
Yeah.
with John Weber,
Yep.
who's your musical director.
Yes, he is.
Now, how did this show come about?
I won the Mabel's Babies competition in February of last year, and I showed up to one of KT's shows the following weeks, and I sang afterwards at her house, and she comes up to me after and she said, "It's time for the world to see Hannah Peterson. I want you to do your own show downstairs at the Laurie Beachman. I'll send you some dates." And that's how it happened. So
Isn't
fast.
That's a testament to anyone watching. Showing up pays
Well,
off.
that's a good
It does.
thing. Just show up.
Just
Don't
show
you
up.
think?
Yeah.
I think Woody Allen said something about half of life, or 80% of life is just showing up.
Yeah.
You know what? I
Right?
actually
Is that right?
recently posted that quote.
Oh, is it?
That's
Did I
right.
have the right
You
person?
had
I was
it.
like, oh,
You had it
Wait, that was my
right.
mother. I'm not sure who said it.
No, you
Yeah.
were totally correct.
But KT is such a cheerleader of talent,
yeah.
and she loves young talent, and she has been so invested in seeing and nurturing this piece.
Yeah.
It's been amazing.
Now,
And
how
I
did
came,
you-
I came in later.
Well, how did you connect?
Ooh, you want to tell it or you want me to tell it?
Well, sure, you tell it, because
I'll
it's
tell it.
good.
It's a good story. So I actually hadn't lived here yet when I met Coco for the first time. We came on a school trip. We were seeing Mamma Mia. And this lovely lady was starring as Rosie,
yeah.
taking over Broadway. And I decided to stage door it after. And she came out with a big old flower, a little red one on her shirt, and I had a big red flower in my hair. And she
We
was
were
like,
meant to be.
she was like, I love your flower. And we started talking, and I spieled my 30-second spiel. I'm moving here. I'm going to be on Broadway. This is my dream. All of that. And a couple years later, we moved here and we lived here. And I was auditioning for Kids Cabaret with the class act. And I walk in the room, and she's behind the table.
I remember you.
And
There's a thing in your hair.
Yeah, it's all
And I was
coming
like, oh my
together.
gosh, you remember me. And so then we,
the static electricity that's hitting
Oh.
your head.
you know, that's why I said we should move the jackets.
That's all right. It's your little halo.
Sorry to interrupt that. Good
No,
story.
No,
I love
that's
it.
okay.
I love it. Yeah, so we met, and I started doing these cabarets where she was directing them, and then I started helping her backstage, and
She became my stage
I
manager.
became her stage
Fantastic.
manager, and
So
we just kept
you
getting close.
Created a bond.
We
Now,
did.
speaking of this show, On My Way, tell us a little bit about it. Why should they come to see you? Besides the fact that you have a fabulous voice, what's the show about?
I think this show's about my journey so far, and discovering who I am as a performer, and where I've come since I've moved to New York, and about where I want to be. In the cabaret world and the Broadway world, there's a little bit of everything in the show that shows a little versatility. And so I think people should come, and it's just to have a good time and to get to know me as a person versus
It is
going
very
to see
personal.
a show. It's
Yeah.
really personal, yeah. And that's what our goal was, is to make it so you get to know me.
I like what you're saying because for me, when I go to a show or when I perform myself, it's being able to share part of who you are
Yeah, I
and
think
the
that's really
journey.
important.
Because this whole
Whereas-
the whole life experience is a journey, especially when we're creative beings and we stand out and say, "I'm on my way," or "Here I am,"
Absolutely.
and "Watch out, world."
Yeah.
And it's extremely authentic.
Yeah.
It's vulnerable and authentic, and I think those are the two most important things you can bring to a cabaret show.
I agree. I agree. Well, I can't wait to attend.
Yay, I'm so
And
happy
to
you're coming.
see you shine and to
Oh,
see your
thank you.
expertise
Yes.
and to hear the playing and the arrangements of John Weber. And again, we want to thank KT Sullivan for uniting all of us
Absolutely.
together. And hi, Mom.
Sitting in the
Peterson
corner.
over here.
Thank you so much, and we'll see
Yeah.
you on the 15th. Hannah Jane Peterson,
Bye,
folks.
guys.